welcome to Daisha Breedlove Presents. Now, for those of you that are new to the show, every week I like to touch base with inspirational people on inspirational topics that can help make your life a better one. So, my guest today is a really good friend of mine, Nadia Sanders, and she is an actress and martial arts specialist residing here in Los Angeles, California. Nadia, it's so nice to see you, and thank you for coming today.
Of course.
Yes.
It's always good to see you, babe.
It's been a while. I actually bought something for you.
For me?
Yes.
What?
So,
oh my goodness.
So that's my new cosmetic line, A Factor Global Spellbound Red Lipstick, and I want you to try it out.
Thank you, babe.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Yes, I love it when my friends come with gifts because, you know, I'm telling everyone, don't come empty-handed, okay? Or you cannot be my friend. Like, we home trained over here.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, It Factor Global.
Yes.
Thanks, babe. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Can I open it now?
Yes.
Can I see?
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, it's gonna look so good on you.
Oh my goodness.
And I put a discount code in here for like future products.
Tell me. I love the package. Oh, how cute. Look, you guys. That's fire. It Factor Global Spellbound Luminous Matte Lip Color.
Yes.
Ooh.
And that's the benefits of it.
Ow.
Yeah, so it's so good on you.
Thank you.
You got a date night, you know?
Yes, I'm going to put that on tonight.
Yes. So I'm happy you like it. Yeah, so tell me what you think. But today, guys, I'm going to be completely transparent with you, and Nadia's going to be transparent as well. Me and her actually met a few years ago through a mutual friend, and it's actually been a while since I've seen you. It's been a while since I've seen her, and it was because we were not speaking for a while.
Oh, the tea is getting real already.
But I will admit and say I truly did miss you. I missed your energy, but I really felt like that we let a lot of outside sources and people get between our friendship.
Yeah.
But I feel like outside of that, we always been on the same page, especially because we're earth signs, you being a Virgo, of course, and me being a Taurus. We're very compatible. So I feel like that definitely got in the way. But we always on the same page.
Yeah. I always think that good people come to good people. And so, everything happens for a reason. And I'm just really happy that we reconnected because you're really a great person. And we work together, we vibe together.
Yes.
And when you can make money and just be yourself, those are the people that you want to have around. So,
100%.
I think I'm all about that.
Yes. Well, I was excited to sit down and catch up with you and also let all the viewers, get to know you as a person more. And
now you see us together right here in full effect.
100%.
Period.
Yes, definitely. Okay, now Nadia, for people who do not know you, you are an actress and a martial arts specialist with a really bad kick. Like, when I say bad, I mean like a fire kick. Like, the girl can kick up to the sky. Be careful. So first tell people, the viewers out there, where are you originally from, as well as how you even got started in the entertainment industry?
Yeah, I'm from Southern California. I'm a native. I've been in Los Angeles, San Diego, Mexico, my whole entire life. And I'm an actress, I'm an executive producer, a script writer, an athlete, a daughter friend. And it's just been one amazing journey. That's for sure.
Wow. Okay. That's amazing. So what was it about acting that drew you in that direction versus modeling? Because I do know you come from a modeling background. Your mom was actually a model.
Yeah, my mom was a model, and then basically she submitted me into a modeling acting search. And I was picked, but I was picked to act. And so a manager came to me and he said, are you interested in acting? And I said, does it make more money than modeling? And he's all like, yes, it does. And so, I got signed, and that's how I began acting. And I think that, my mom just pretty much pushed me, and so the rest is just history from there. I've worked with amazing acting coaches such as Erin Spicer, Margie Haber, Greg Allen Williams, and now I'm working with Anthony Mendel at AMAW, and that has just been incredible.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. So you just really enjoyed the craft of acting. Like, what was it about it that you really was like, okay, I'm going to stay in this field?
I think that acting was just basically like an outlet for me, you know, and so I have been through so much like trials and tribulations, as we all have, and I felt like once I got into acting, it allowed me to be able to express myself and just use my voice, and I love a challenge.
Yeah.
You know, challenge is what thrives me. Yeah, for sure. So that's pretty much how, amazing. You know, it just, like, I love acting.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. So my next question is, to many people, you appear Black, but again, for those who are not familiar with you, you're actually half Mexican. And I mean, the girl is fluent and speaks full Spanish as well. So how would you say that has affected you growing up? Because I know sometimes being mixed, you're not Black enough at times, or other times you're not Spanish or Mexican enough. So was that something that you had to deal with growing up?
Absolutely. Every Latino knows. We all know that racism is very real. Very, very real. I always say being Black and Mexican is like being a blood and a crip, okay? Like, don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
You know, you have to prove how Black you are and then how Mexican you are. But I was just very fortunate that I had two parents who basically instilled for me to just simply be myself.
Yeah.
But
you are truly yourself.
Yes.
You truly are that. I will say that for sure.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I went to an audition, and it was in Rodeo Drive. And, you know, they asked me what my name was. I said Nadia Garcia Sanders. And he said, wow, that's really confusing. And I'm like, let me hear more, you know, because I'm just like, here we go. And he said, well, you know, you don't have an afro, so you don't look Black. And, you know, you don't look Mexican either. And so after that, you know, they say that one negative word or opinion, it takes 10 positive remarks to recover from that one negative. And I don't feel that it took 10 remarks, but it took many years out of my confidence to ever go and audition for another agency. And that's something that I really had to overcome and not take in sometimes what people don't understand. Yeah. You know, so I just make sure that I surround myself with people who just love me for you. And that just love me for me and that are going to be open-minded and understanding as to who I am, because, you know, no one's going to tell me who I am. Right. Okay, especially being from the West Coast. It is the wild, wild West out here. My dad is from Texas, you know, raised in Compton, went to San Pedro High School, played for the Rams a bit. And then my mom is Mexican from Mexicali, and she was raised in Anaheim and went to Placencia High School, you know. So I just embrace that, you know. And whoever wants to come along with me, you're lucky. And for the ones who don't, you know, then it just wasn't meant to be, you know, and we just gotta keep pushing forward, you know. And so, I just think that we all just need to embrace each other and maybe learn from each other rather than judgment.
And put people in a box, you know.
Exactly.
So they are.
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, that actually goes into my next question. Speaking of your dad, you actually recently lost him, and rest in peace to his soul.
Thank you.
Yes. So, and I do recall you telling me how he raised you to be a strong woman, and how he was a great man, and he also taught you how a man should treat you. So how would you say losing him affected you today and made you the woman that you are?
I think that I have encountered death at a very, very young age. And it started out with my great grandpa, my great grandmother, and just seeing like friends pass away really close to me. So with my father, It really did hit close. And so I just decided to take a break from everything. I went to Atlanta, Georgia. And I love the ATL. Shout out to ATL.
Yeah, everybody loves Atlanta.
Yes, going to Atlanta really gave me the time that I needed to heal and just put myself first and pour into myself. You know, I think when you're out here in LA, it's very fast paced, and you always feel like you're on the go, always on the go, on the go, on the go. And so when I went to Atlanta, it gave me a chance to just like push pause and just deal with emotions that I needed to deal with. And in doing so, everything that my dad, you know, spoke to me about, it's like as if he told me yesterday.
Wow.
You know? Yeah, so I feel like his spirit lives on, and I just take everything that he's taught me today, and I know that he would want me to keep it pushing, you know, keep going for my dreams, and, you know, I see him when I see him.
Yes,
you know?
definitely. Well, he's definitely in a better place.
Yes.
So, rest in peace again. Now, my next question is, you also, years ago, I remember we were talking about a while back that you also lost the love of your life, a guy that you were dating who was very close to you. Rest in peace to him as well.
Thank you.
When was this exactly, for those, again, who aren't familiar with this, and how were you able to move forward in dating after this relationship?
You got real exclusive.
I did. Look, I told you I'm like, we're going to be completely transparent today. So, yeah.
Let's see where I should start with that. I met him when I was 12 years old. And I was running track and field for YMCA. And I was running the 100, the 2, and the 4. And I ended up coming first, and there were other junior Olympic teams there. And so I ended up being picked up, and ever since then, I just, you know, knew him since I was like 12 years old, and we were on the same team.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was a long jumper. And so it's really crazy, just like, energy.
All just growing together. Basically.
Yeah, just grew up together. He was went to Lincoln High School, so he's from Southeast, and I was from Chula Vista. You know where the border is. You know where the cholas and chulas are from. And so in high school there would be a lot of meets and invitationals, and so we would see each other, and it was just like a friendship. And then going into college, that's when we ended up getting together. And he was actually adopted.
Oh, well.
Yeah, he was adopted. And, you know, I think that we both shared a little bit of brokenness from, like, our mothers. You know, a little bit of that situation. But I was just like really, really young, and
but you weren't adopted, so how would you say y'all shared that?
Well, the thing is that my mom and my dad were separated when I was 2 years old.
Okay.
And so I had a stepmother who raised me with my dad from like 2 to 16, and always like I would see my mom on the weekends, like every summer, the 3 months, and things of that nature. But you know, every kid like wants their biological parents together. Exactly. Well, at least I did. Yeah. You know,
the majority of people do.
Yeah, I wanted that, but I feel like my dad and my mom and everyone that was involved really did. I had that blended family. But at the same time, you know, like I yearned for my dad and my mom to be together.
Yeah.
You know
like majority of people do.
Yeah.
You know? But at least you were fortunate to still have a mother figure in your life. You know?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I had 2 moms, you know, and then also being Mexican, you know, my family like raised me as well. All of my aunts were like my mom, my uncles were also my father figures. And so I was really close to my cousins. You know, it's like my mom would drop me off and I'm like, those are my parents for the day, you know? And so it's just like I was always surrounded with love and just acceptance, and definitely a lot of protection. You know, they don't play when it comes to me.
Yes, they shouldn't. That's amazing.
Yeah, but he passed away.
How did he pass?
He actually passed in the gas lamp in San Diego. He was actually Shot.
He was shot?
Yes,
oh, wow.
he was shot.
And how long ago was this?
This was like a couple of years ago. You know, he was 22 and I was 21. So
wow.
I think having the experience of losing someone to gun violence really affected me. It made me become mute. And so that's why when I got into acting, it started to help me talk again. You know, a lot of times people talk about the passing, but they don't talk about the women and the people that are left with the trauma.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, in our neighborhoods, there isn't therapy. It's you go to church, you pray, or you cry, wipe the tears away, and you just deal with it and you move on.
Yeah.
You know, that's how it is.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel like me living my life and going for my dreams as an actress, I know he's looking down on me and being like,
yes, do your thing. That's amazing. Because again, y'all grew up chasing your dreams together.
Oh,
so.
yeah. I would say he's definitely an angel. And so definitely, you know, shout out to Alton Gilbert.
Yeah. Oh.
Yes.
Well, that's amazing because sometimes people think, like we were saying, that, you know, you mourn over deaths, but sometimes losing that person is actually just, it's like a hidden blessing because it motivates you to just go stronger than you were prior to losing them, you know? So it kind of leaves that energy like, yeah, they're not here, but I know they will want to be proud of me, you know? Yeah, so that's the positive point of it. But again, rest in peace to him, and I feel like you're doing an amazing job keeping that legacy on and just just keep chasing your dreams. For sure. Yeah. So my next question, we're gonna get a little personal. Are you currently in a relationship?
Wait. This is a ring. This is a ring that I bought myself. It's little happy faces. It's little happy faces.
Yeah. I thought it was an engagement ring.
No. It's gonna be big when it's an engagement ring. You know, okay. So I just feel like until there's a ring on my finger, then I'm single.
Okay, so let me clarify that. You're not married, but are you dating anybody?
Next question.
She doesn't want to answer. To be continued. Okay. We'll save that for later. Okay, so my next question is, as we said earlier, you are a martial arts specialist with a very mean kick. So how did you get into that?
My dad. I've been doing martial arts taekwondo since I was 5 years old.
Really?
Yes, and I actually trained in the Junior Olympics. So
wow.
Yeah, it was in forms and sparring, but I really didn't like fighting.
Yeah. So do you feel like he put you in martial arts just because you were an attractive woman and to protect yourself, and he wanted you to just, or why do you think he put you in there? Did he say? Or?
Yeah, he definitely put me in the martial arts so I can use it. You know? My dad definitely instilled for me to have my own mind, to have a voice, and to remember, you know, who I am. Yeah. He said, your name is everything. Like me and your mom and everything that we went through to overcome our obstacles for us to get you here. Yeah. You know, it's everything in a name. And so a lot of times when I'm doing things, you know, I remember that, you know, and I think, okay, like, is this something that he's going to be proud of me about? Like, is this okay? Is this not okay? So I definitely come from morals and, you know, just a really, really blessed, good upbringing from him.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah. Awesome. Well, yeah, I think it's not a bad idea to put your kid in martial arts because, again, all the stuff that's going on, especially today, people need to know how to protect themselves.
Yeah. Also, it's also about discipline. That's the first thing is discipline. You know, they teach you to respect your elders, respect the people around you, your community. Because once you know what you're capable of, it's almost like you don't want to hurt the helpless. Yeah. Yeah. You know? And so I think I've had to find like a balance in that. I definitely have been tried, whether it's my looks or my kindness.
To where you had to use your martial arts?
Oh yeah, I definitely use my martial arts, for sure. I definitely have. And
oh, wow. That's interesting. Like, to be continued as well. To be continued. Awesome. Okay, so my next question is, what would you say was your wow moment in your career as far as where you were like, I cannot believe this is happening to me? Or I cannot believe I'm here right now?
I would say that lately I've been filming a couple of specs. And that's been really, really wonderful. I have an action sci-fi.
Wow.
I have a dramedy based on my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a comedy that I'm working on. And so, you know, when you're submitting to agents and managers, the first thing they're going to say is submit a headshot.
Yeah.
And submit a reel.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I have the headshots, but I wasn't pleased with the reel that I have. And like so many of us can relate.
Remember you were telling me about that.
So many of us can relate that when we're looking for a role, it's not us.
Uh-huh.
You know? And so I was like, I want to write and produce something that symbolizes who I am.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I do martial arts, so I'm going to use my ability being athletic into action.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I want to get into sci-fi action. I'm half black, half Mexican. I speak Spanish. I'm not going to apologize for it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, I went ahead and did a dramedy speaking Spanish. And then, of course, you know, I'm a lover. You know, and so I wanted to show like
the romantic side.
Yeah, the romantic side, leading lady side.
Yes.
You know? And so
I've seen it. It's really, really good.
Thank you.
It highlights you in a very positive aspect.
Yeah. So I think that that's been great, but at the same time, I found out that still the industry is very male driven.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't matter how prepared I was.
When you say male driven, sorry to cut you off,
Mm-hmm.
but could you clarify that? Like, what do you mean by male driven?
Well, when I was producing my specs
mm-hmm.
and I paid for it and, you know, I prepared for it, I bought the wardrobe for it, it was as if all the men on set just wanted to take control.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh, yeah.
You know?
Uh-huh.
And so I just felt like, no. And good thing I had my mom on set, you know, because she also was the executive producer and she's the creator of many of my, you know, my ideas.
Yeah, you're like, I know what I want. And you write like that.
Yeah, so I'm like, let me show them the power of ovaries, okay? Because they were like, please do not tell people that you wrote it. You know, and I'm like, no, like I want to tell people that I wrote it and that I produced it, and I'm not going to be afraid of saying certain terms and certain words.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the more that we use certain words and certain terms, then, you know, you can acclimate yourself to that.
And I agree.
And support it.
And I 100% agree. Before I go into my next question, just to kind of piggyback off what you just said,
Mm-hmm.
that's actually part of the reason why I came out with the It Factor and named it Spellbound Red Lipstick, because it basically goes back to the surrogate movement in the 1800s where the whole power of it was, because I'm a woman, you can't silence me.
Exactly.
So when Red Lipstick was like a power move because women weren't allowed to vote then. So I'm like, you know what? Not only do I love Red Lipstick, but just the history behind this and just the whole women being silenced and, you know, you can't silence me. We have a voice as well. It was just so inspiring to me. I'm like, okay, I want to introduce the product with that. So I 100% agree with you. That's why, again, we're always on the same page. Women are very, very powerful. And, you know, history used to be like men take control and things like that, but it's not like that anymore.
Yeah, I would say, too, that my father always told me, you know, anything that you want to do in life, you can do it. And whatever it is that you want to do, it's your decision. It's your choice. And so I'm just very lucky that I had a father who just supported me and gave me my own willpower, my own mind to decide what I want. And he would always tell me, there may be some things that you do that I may not agree with, but he's like, you're my baby girl, and I'm always going to support you.
That's amazing.
No matter what.
That's
no matter what you say, or like what you do. And of course, you want to respect others, you know, within bounds and things of that nature. But I mean, ultimately, I've always had.
But he still lets you have your own voice, you know, and you can choose. He supports you no matter what, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like too, a lot of parents try to instill. Yeah, you want to instill certain things in your kids, but they also want their kid to follow their path that they went on versus them what their heart is calling them out to do. And I feel like that's not always good because they're literally living in someone else's purpose, you know. So that's amazing that you were able to have your own voice and live in your own purpose because a lot of people don't get to do that.
Yeah, I think as a woman, it's important to like explore ourselves and, you know, to
what drives you, what brings you energy, what makes you happy. Really, that's what it's about.
Yeah, it's really important to do that because you never know what you're capable of or who you're meant to be until you step out of your bubble and just, you know, bet on yourself, take a chance on yourself.
I agree.
And know that like you're gonna win.
Keyword, bet on yourself.
Yes, bet on yourself.
I agree with
and know that you can and are going to win. You know?
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so my next question, which kind of goes back to the whole dating thing. You did not give us much, but
the whole dating thing.
But I know we had a conversation about
what's up.
So we know OnlyFans is like a big thing that was going on, especially last year. And with you being, you know, big on social media, you post a lot of sexy photos and things like that. How do you feel when men say, why don't you have an OnlyFans, and what feelings come up during these wild conversations? Because do you take it offensively or how do you react to it?
Oh my goodness.
Because that's a wild question. I mean,
yeah, when I posted the red bikini, this guy said, he DM'd me and he said, it's a shame you don't have OnlyFans.
Like, I want to see more.
And I don't know what that meant, but I felt like...
It is offensive. I think if you don't have it, like some people take it as a compliment, like, oh, okay, you think I'm sexy or attractive, you want to see more of me. But also, it's crazy that it's offensive. It can be offensive because they're so used to every girl having it that is a sexy woman or an attractive woman, to where it's like when you don't, now you're you're being looked at like the outcast. It's like, I don't know how I feel about that.
I do feel that it gives low vibrations, only because I'm thinking I've trained for the Olympics. Junior Olympics. I've trained in martial arts. My body is this way because I've been training since I was 5 years old. And
that's all you see.
And that's not equivalent to an OnlyFans.
Exactly.
My skill set and my talent doesn't lead me to an OnlyFans. And you know what? And if you do have an OnlyFans, that's fine. But for Nadia Garcia Sanders, I don't have an OnlyFans, you know, and I think that we need to understand and embrace that when women are, you know, in a bikini or in a dress, you know, that's just another form of us doing it for us.
Yeah, and just embracing our femininity.
You know, that's all that it is. It's just for me. I'm doing squats, I'm doing sit-ups, and this is like what I'm embracing. And so I just want people, I mean, it says actor.
Yeah.
On my bio. Look at my highlights.
Like I'm deeper than just the looks. I have a lot more inside.
Yeah, and I feel like if you have the looks, like that's a plus too, you know, because I've worked for this.
Triple threat.
You know, the triple threat. So, you know, we're going to embrace and uplift it. But yeah, I say to all the fellas out there, just, would you like it if a man asked your mother if she had OnlyFans? I don't think so. Yeah, you know, so funny. Let's just make sure that we read those bios, look at those highlights, you know, and just give me the flowers. Right. You know what I'm saying? Awesome. Give me the flowers.
Yes. Know? And so to sum it up, no, she does not have OnlyFans.
Absolutely not.
And she would not be getting one.
No. The closest you'll ever get is when I book a TV series and or film. You can buy the tickets at any movie theater, and that's where I'll be.
Amazing. So my next question is, before you leave us today, what is something people would not know about you unless you told them? Because you're a very private person. You're very selective of what you tell to people. And I know you've been talking about you've been doing like some writing and overcoming a lot of different obstacles, as well as doing some filmmaking. So what would you say, like, what would you say about that?
What people don't know about me. I would say.
Well, I guess one, you're a writer.
Yes, one, I had to become a script writer because I wasn't seeing anything that I could relate to. And so I think that you find beauty in mistakes. And I feel like I've discovered my beauty and talent of becoming a writer and knowing that I can apply myself to whatever obstacle comes my way. And so, I produced this beautiful piece called La Familia. And it's based off of losing my ex, and also where I come from, and embracing, my culture, my heritage, and all that I am. And so I would say that a secret is that I'm an underdog.
Wow.
I'm definitely an underdog, and I thrive off of that, and I feel...
you're just getting started.
I feel like I'm just getting started, baby.
Yes. So I'm excited to see all that you're working on and all what's to come. So my next question before I finish up my last one is, so like I said, you are a filmmaker as well. So what obstacles have you encountered during your process of filmmaking? For those who aren't familiar with filmmaking and want to get into it, that people wouldn't know about?
I would say don't overthink it too much. If you have an idea, go for it. And give yourself grace, pour it into yourself. And manifestation is real. It's almost like when you wake up and you say, oh, I'm tired. You're going to be tired. And you're going to move tired, like you're tired.
Right. You speak those words into existence. Your words are very powerful. I agree.
Very powerful. So if you tell yourself, I'm upbeat, I can do this, you're going to be able to do anything. And, a lot of times people are looking at what they don't have.
Right.
Just focus on all the things that you do have. Like for me, I have my mind, I have my health, I have my father in spirit, I have my mother. And I do have someone in my life that adores me, and he comes through. When I tell you he come through, girl, he come through. And I think that friendship is everything.
It is.
Right? Yeah. Friendship is everything. And so you want to connect with those people that are a lifetime. That's the key.
Yes.
Deal with people that are a lifetime because your dreams and your goals are a lifetime.
Wow, that's amazing. Yes. Well, my final question, Nadia, is what is the message that you want to send to women who are also in the industry?
That you can do anything that you put your mind to. You can do anything that you put your mind to. It's not about what other people can give you, but what you can give yourself. And I feel like everything that I have now, it's for me, and I've worked for it, and I thrive for it. And so I know it sounds cliche, but I mean, you are your environment.
Yeah.
You are your peace. You are your happiness.
It starts within you.
Yeah, it starts within you. And that's what we were talking about on set.
We were.
We were. So I would just tell every woman that you can do anything that you put your mind to. And start including other women that feel the same way.
Exactly. We uplift each other. Women empowerment. Because it's like, I feel like so many women are so competitive, and some men say like, oh, women hate each other. Some women say they don't like other women too, but it's just like, we have to support each other. We have to support each other because it's like, that's not a very common thing between women. And I don't know why that is. That's why we were always on the same page, I felt like, because there was never no jealousy. We both know we're both attractive. We both know we're intelligent. We both know what we bring to the table, and and we're comfortable in our skin. That's really what it starts with. So it's like we don't have to compete with each other because we lift each other up. I feed off you. You told me before, you feed off me. So we need to have more women like that, women supporting women, and just take away all this negative jealousy, competing stuff, because it's only just making things worse. And, you know.
Yeah. No, I really feel like I'm so blessed to have someone. I really feel like I'm really blessed to have women in my life, such as yourself, that really includes me. And I have a couple of friends that have included me when I'm getting the bag, you know.
Yeah.
And you guys like repost me on Instagram, you know, the DMs, the calls. I just had a housewarming, and so.
And like you said, find your people.
Yeah, find your tribe.
And it's like, I feel like if those people aren't on the same energy as you, let them go. And that's okay, because everybody's not going to be on the same frequency as you. We both had discussions where we both let a lot of people go.
Oh, yes.
And because they weren't on the same energy as you, and that's okay. It's either, we say this all the time, it's either a blessing or it's a lesson, you know? So just find your people, and like you said, find your life long-term friends first, who got your back and you got theirs, and then you're good to go. So
I think also too is that a lot of people want to be surrounded around people who just agree with them, and it's just yes, ma'am,
and
yes,
that's
sir.
not good.
That's not good.
That's
you know,
not good.
I have friends like you're my friend, and we have had disagreements, but it doesn't mean that you can't work through it or, you know, go to the 10th power. You know, I feel like if you can work it out and you can communicate that, it shows your growth, your maturity, and that you're ready for friendship. In order to have friends, you have to be a friend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. And sometimes having yes men around you, that's a whole conversation for another time, but I'll just go into it a little bit. Sometimes those people don't have the best intentions for you. So recently, I was going to talk to you about, I've been doing some research on the antisocial personality and the social personality, where it talks about the antisocial personality are basically people who pretend to have good intentions for you, but they actually really don't. They see a bright light in you, and they want to cripple or handicap or just dim that light by, for example, constantly giving you alcohol or just giving you different toxins to just fill your body up, or just always saying yes, but really that's not motivating you, that's keeping you in the same place rather than forcing you to grow, you know?
I mean, you know, that's really real. You know, people will see your light. And my dad always said, do not surround yourself around people who want to dim your light. My mom also told me that, you know, she said, when you're around people,
like no tough criticism, no, like tell me the truth. I want to know the real deal. Tell me how you really feel. Don't do anything to cripple me, because again, everybody's intentions are not pure.
And sometimes it's not what you say,
it's
how you say it. You know what I mean? It's how you say it. And so your timing needs to be impeccable, people.
Yes.
Like your timing needs to be impeccable.
And your tone at that.
And also sincere.
And sincere.
You know, it needs to be sincere. And I think that you can really gauge that, you know, like all of my girlfriends, with you included, just have
we know how to communicate and respect each
I feel
other.
like we all know how to communicate. And
without offending someone, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I like being around beautiful women.
Me too. I prefer it. I'm not gonna lie. I prefer being around attractive women.
Because, you know, I'm not gonna wait in line in the club, okay?
So silly. You're so silly.
I know, we're not gonna do that.
We do not wait in line.
I mean, I hang out with nothing but VIP.
Yes.
You know, very important people.
And you are who you surround yourself with. People who are beautiful inside and out. And
period.
That's why I wanted to have you on the show today. And thank you so much for coming. This was definitely needed. Yes, and I can't wait for you to try the lipstick out and also just see all the amazing things that you're going to do, because I see you growing so much.
Together, we're going to be in something together.
You know? Yes. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Yes. So that wraps it up, guys, for Daisha Breedlove Presents, and I will see you next week.